Let us continue now with the second verse of the Damodara-ashtaka. And where is Rishi? You'll be the next singer. Are you ready to be next? Thank you. Rudantang mahur netra yugmam rijantang karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Rudantang mahur netra yugmam rijantang karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Rudantang mahur netra yugmam rijantang karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Rudantang mahur netra yugmam rijantam karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Muhusvasa kampa trire kanka kanta stitagraivam damodarang bhakti badham. Muhusvasa kampa trire kanka kanta stitagraivam damodarang bhakti badham. Muhushvasa kampa trirekanka kanta stitagraivam damodarang bhakti badham. Muhushvasa kampa trirekanka kanta stitagraivam damodarang bhakti badham. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Prabhupada Prandana He, Prabhupada Prandana He. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. So in this song, as I said before, the author is giving us a vision. Later on, as the song progresses, the author will be praying to Krishna, this vision that I'm having you, Damodar Leela, I want this vision, nothing else. This is all I want out of my life. I don't want any other Ashirvad. This is the only thing I want, that I can constantly see you, Krishna, in my heart in this Leela of Damodar. So what does he say here? So he continues. When Krishna saw the stick in his mother's hand, he was crying. Now, this again is bewildering. Why? Because very early in Srimad Bhagavatam, one of the opening shlokas, fear personified is afraid of Krishna. But he is afraid of his mother. Yashoda, not Yashoda, Kunti. When Kunti later offers prayers to Krishna as he's about to leave Hastinapur to go back to Dwaraka, Kunti stops him on the chariot, and one of her prayers is, when I think of this pastime of you, afraid of your mother, I'm bewildered. And it's the same point, that fear personified is afraid of you, but you're afraid of your mother? I can't understand this. So, he's crying, and what do you do when you cry? You rub your eyes. But what does Krishna have in his eyes? Kajal, right? You say kajal? Kajal. Okay. I thought it was kajal. Ka, Okay. How many say ka? How many say ka? Okay, I'm wrong. I got outvoted. Kajal. All right. So, what happens if you rub kajal? What happens? It gets smeared. So he's rubbing and crying, and it says with his 2 lotus hands, because Krishna's body is compared to lotus. Another of Kunti's prayers. She says, oh, you have lotus feet, lotus eyes, lotus face, lotus hands, and sometimes Krishna wears a garland of lotus. And he definitely has lotus feet. So here it says, he's rubbing his eyes again and again with his 2 hands, but his eyes are very fearful. And because he's afraid, his breathing is very quick. Also, he had been running, correct? He jumped down and she was chasing him. So he was breathing, and my wife is wearing, what you wearing? Pearl necklace. And Krishna also wears pearl necklace. So because he's breathing quick, the pearl necklace is also moving. So this is what we call meditation. The devotees, sometimes people say, oh, you Krishna devotees, you don't do meditation. No, I do meditation, but not this. I meditate on this. The author of the song, he's meditating on this scene, this video in his heart. He's doing meditation. Just like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also here on the altar. Thank you, Dr. Nanda, for bringing Lord Nityananda and Chaitanya. It was Lord Chaitanya who said, who are the topmost yogis? The gopis. Why? They don't do this. Oh, they don't do that meditation. They don't have time for that. They're milking cows, making butter, taking care of their husbands, their children. They don't have time for that Om. But they are the greatest yogis. Why? Because the gopis are also meditating. But what do the gopis meditate on? They meditate on something you wish you could meditate on. The sound of Krishna's flute. That's their meditation. And that sound they are always hearing in their heart. Now, you cannot buy that on Amazon.com. Oh, can I get on my iTunes, Krishna's flute? No, not available. Because this is transcendental sound. So, Prabhupada solves the dilemma. We can not imitate the gopis because we're not on that platform where we haven't even heard it yet. The gopis have heard it. The night of the Rasa dance, what did they hear? That 5th note from Krishna's flute, and it drove them crazy. And they never forget that sound. And Krishna blows the flute throughout. During the day he blows. They know very well. So that sound of the flute is always present. So Prabhupada says we cannot imitate the gopis, but we can follow in their footsteps. Because the sound of that Krishna's flute is somewhere accessible to us. It is called the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's where the sound of Krishna's flute is hiding. So when people say to me, like when my father was alive, my wife and I would go visit my father, why are you constantly doing this chanting? I've tried to explain, my wife used to try to explain, why we are doing this chanting, because we want to hear the sound of Krishna's flute. And this is your Wi-Fi access to the sound of Krishna's flute. You have to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offense. Not so easy. Everybody chant. Rama, Hare Rama. There it is. And when your chanting is perfect, you will hear the sound of Krishna's flute one day. Who wants that? All right, who's willing to chant every day? Have to pay the price. Okay. Now it says that Krishna's neck, anyone who has seen a conch shell, it has lines on it. So it says that Krishna's neck has 3 lines like a conch shell. Now this is interesting. This is one reason why I follow this Sanatan Dharma. I was not raised this way. Where else in any other religious book are you going to find detailed description of God? You're not going to find it. It's in these scriptures, in this song, detailed descriptions of what God looks like. And here is he's giving you something to meditate on. 3 lines. To that Supreme Lord, everybody say, Sri Damodar. Now, it says here, whose belly is bound with ropes, because what happened, he's not giving you the full story. I'll fill you in. So after Yashoda caught naughty Krishna, she tried to bind him with ropes. But when she tried to make the final knot, it was 2 fingers too short. So she told the servant, bring more rope. Of course, the servant brought more rope. But when she tried to make the final knot, again, 2 fingers too short. Something's going on. More rope was brought. Tried to make the final knot, 2 fingers too short. All the rope in the house was brought. Even the difference between each of the extra rope, even that would have been sufficient. But no. When she tried to make the final knot, 2 fingers too short. Krishna was showing Yashoda, you think you can tie me up? No. You cannot tie me. Because although Krishna is a little child, and although Yashoda does not know that her son is God, that's significant. She doesn't know this is God. All she knows, when she woke up that day after giving birth, she saw this beautiful blackish baby boy, even though she had given birth to a female child who was taken by Vasudeva, and the babies were switched on Janmastami, Adi Janmastami night. So all Yashoda knows, oh, I have a son. She doesn't know that this son of hers is Purna Bhagavan, Ishwara. It's just her son. She's trying to tie him, but Krishna is teaching us through her, don't think you can capture me by karma or by jnana or by yoga. That's why the last line of this verse, everybody say, Bhakti Badham. This is the only thing that can tie up Krishna. Nothing else. There's only one thing more powerful than God. Love. That's the only thing. When I learned this concept from Prabhupada's books, this is what sold me. I said, yes, this is what I love to hear. That God is conquered by pure love. Here on the altar, there's the picture of Yashoda Damodar. Thank you for providing that. So this picture, this painting is giving us exactly what this song is describing. You cannot tie up or bind Krishna with any kind of material thing, not by your knowledge. You may have so many degrees on the wall. You may think, oh, I'm so rich, rich, rich. Krishna doesn't care. You may think, I am very detached, I am very renounced. Krishna does not care. The only thing Krishna cares about is how much you love him. Pure love, not business. Krishna, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. Let's do a deal. Krishna is not interested in Trump's deals. Krishna is only interested in your pure, unreserved love for him. That's the only thing. So, Yashoda has that love. Otherwise, how she could be his mother? No ordinary woman can be Krishna's mother. So it says here again, Bhakti Badham. Now, in the pastime, she's trying to tie him with ropes. And the Sanskrit word for rope, guna. So those who know Bhagavad Gita, guna refers to the 3 modes of nature. We mentioned that previously. Material modes, important. Material modes of nature. So you may think, I'm in the mode of goodness. I am Pakka Brahmana. Can't capture Krishna. What to speak of passion and ignorance? Krishna is far away from passion and ignorance. You have to have pure, unadulterated, spontaneous love for Krishna. Then only you can tie him. Only you can attract him. So, this is what we call Bhakti marg, the path of devotion. We are trying to approach that platform of spontaneous attraction and love for Krishna. And we do that by constantly performing the 9 items of bhakti. Hearing. Are you hearing right now? You're getting closer to Krishna. Right now. Unless you're on your cell phone and not paying attention. But if you're paying attention, you're on this bhakti marg. When you chant, everybody chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. When you remember Krishna, when you pray to Krishna, we're going to do later at 7 o'clock. We're going to do Arti of Krishna. Now, I've been mentioning lately, in the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you study this Bhagavad Gita, you worship me by means of your intelligence. How many people like to read Bhagavad Gita daily? Good. That means you're worshiping Krishna. How? By means of intelligence. This is not me. This is directly what Krishna says. When you worship Krishna, when you give service to Krishna's devotees, when you become Krishna's servant, when you become Krishna's friend, like Arjuna, he was Krishna's friend. When you completely surrender, like Ambarish, or like Bali Maharaj, or I'll give the example, someone else who surrendered. It was just in my brain. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. See, Krishna took it away. I was going to say it, but I said something else, and Krishna said, you blew it, man. It'll come. I was thinking of another example of somebody who surrendered. Oh, yes, Draupadi. When she was in the Asat Sabha, and they were trying to take her clothes, first she tried to hold on and save herself. But then she realized how I'm going to protect myself from Dushashan and the others. So she stopped protecting. Hey Govinda, everybody. Hey, Govinda. Then Krishna became Sari Avatar. He supplied unlimited clothes. They never got, she fully surrendered to Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. So there are 9 items, but the most important of the 9 items, hearing, chanting. You do that as much as possible every day, you're good to go. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra.